and the blood ran red up to the horse's bridle. It's interesting that it's a white horse, and then you had the black horse. I remember doing a video on this, but I was sitting in front of the fireplace, and that came into my mind again without even looking at that as I was sitting there. And the blood red, it was after I saw that rally. I saw images. I read something about the rally in the Madison Square Gardens and the red hats and stuff like that. And the verse popped into my mind, and the blood ran red up to the horse's bridle. And then I thought, I remember when those horses got loose. Hello, Ronnie, honey. The horses got loose in London, and you'll see this was on the Telegraph, and they labeled it the blood-covered horse household. The blood-covered horses at Calvary. See, you use the word Calvary. What happened at Calvary? Where they hung him on a cross. Calvary. And if you think of, their robes were white and they were stained in the blood of the Lamb. You have the white horse that comes in the book of Revelation. It does. You have a black horse too. But it's literally up to the horse's bridle, more or less. That's how far it's up. This was a spiritual message to me. Shalom. It was a spiritual message is what it was. I pulled that video up. I took screenshots. I mean, there's no denying it. Let me read this to you. I mean, you can deny it if you want. Then the press was trampled outside the city, and the blood flowed out of the press up to the horses' bridles for about 180 miles. 180 miles. Let me see it. And it used the word Calvary. It did. I don't know if you've seen other things. You got Donald Trump riding on a horse, but that's a brown horse. No. Oh, yeah. That incident happened. It happened 6 months ago is when the incident happened. The video of the blood-covered horse. 6 months ago. 5 people been injured. Several household Calvary horses bolted and ran loose and through the central London. Just focus on the horse. Focus on the Calvary. Focus on the blood up to the horse's bridle. The white horse. What did I get this? I'm just going to show this video. It's just a little bitty video of them running. Hello. As it's coming out. They're starting to run. The runaway horses. See them running. I put it in slow motion. And you had the black horse running too. But there were like a total of 5 horses running. 5 escaped the household Calvary horse through the Capitol. Now, you could say the word Capitol, and you could compare that to the United States. You could compare it to the United States. They escaped it. They're down there. They're running around. You see them in the background. I mean, there's probably better footage than this. It's all right. Let me put it at the normal speed. Got to get through this video, Gina, honey. They go out there trying to take a picture. They bolted. They threw their riders during the morning exercise on Horse Guards Parade. You threw them off. Well, there's no saddle on that one. See it running? Some of the horses were covered in blood. Some of the horses were seen charging the busy streets. One horse appeared to have stained injuries after its escape up to the horse's bridle. It's a white horse. Stained. Oh, let's see the word stained. Oh, sustained. Let me see sustained. Well, when I see the word sustained, I see the word stained. The white horse stained. Cavalry. Good morning. They're beautiful horses. They tried. They're tired. They are smart and they know. They do. They do. You can see some people, they have videos on, but I don't know if anybody compared that to the Revelation. I mean, I'm sure there were some that did. It's the Revelation 14 is the sickle of judgment and the grapes. Since the blood will rise as high as the horse's bridle for approximately 200 miles, we know that millions will die before it happens, though. It's the war of the Lamb. In his blood, if it's an analogy of Christ's victory through himself as a lamb, then why talk about it in the horse's bridle? The war of the Lamb. You see them right there. Hello. You can read Revelation chapter 14. They don't like you to read it here. They don't. But you can see the images of the blood stained on the white horse. Right there. Trump attending a Kentucky Derby. Trump seen on a horse. He got the blood on his ear. Up to the horse's bridle. I'm not going to say nothing else about it. I'm not. But that's what popped into my mind. Blood-soaked. Look how they labeled that. Blood-soaked military horses break free, injure 4 people while running amok. But it's cavalry. It's cavalry. Blood covered. You can draw parallels if you want, and some people think there's nothing to it, Gina. You're just trying to you're just coming to false conclusions and things like that. Well, I'm looking at something through a spiritual point of view. I am. You got the red mega. You got the red hats. You do. And I look through the comment section now. There's nothing that is tying it to Revelation at all. Nothing. 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 Look, a dark horse and a white horse covered with blood running through the street can't be a good sign. You're right. 6 months ago is when it happened. Was that 6 months ago? Trump start his campaign, actual campaign. Trump decide to run. He announces in November that he's running for the president in 2024. Look at that word. Look at that word. Unbridled. What are the chances of them using that word? And we just sat here looking at the blood up to the horse's bridle. Unbridled, you all. Unbridled. They just used it. Trump's unbridled rhetoric. Wow. Wow, you all. That's in your face spiritually. Yes, Ronnie, honey. Can we get an amen? It's not coincidence. It is synchronicities. It really is. Synchronicities. Unbridled. Well. Got it. There it is. There it is. It's up to the horse's bridle. Trump at the Kentucky Derby. Trump on a horse, but AI put him on a horse. There's a brown horse. That's the more the words, the less the meaning, and it's not going to. We're going to have total mayhem. Mayhem. It's red ear. We got it. Some people may not see this through spiritual eyes, like I'm looking at it, literally spiritual, scriptural, prophetic eyes. That's how I'm looking at it. It's prophetic. Some people may just think of the horses. I mean, it's sad that it happened to the horses, but it's a spiritual message. The whole thing. Unbridled, bridle, Calvary, white horse, black horse. That's Illuminati too. It's okay. The rider on the white horse. And they had their robes stained in the blood of the Lamb. Robes stained. I'm going to go. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Look at the Revelation 14. The mere fact that they used that word, bridle. Bridle. It's the sickle of judgment. The blood will rise. Oh, well. It's fine. Unbridled. Trump's unbridled rhetoric cost him the U. Absolutely not. Okay, you all, look. And then look. lack of focus. And then we have the dark horse. There's a dark horse. Dark rhetoric. Aliens. Dark rhetoric and aliens. We got aliens. We got an unbridled. And we got dark. Dark aliens. I'm going to go. He spoke about aliens with Joe Rogan, I heard. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you all for your comments. Yeah. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. Love you, Al, honey. It's something to ponder if you look through things through spiritual eyes. It speaks volumes to me. It may not speak volumes to you. You may say, well, it's just a horse. You should feel sorry for the horse and stuff like that. Well, I'm not looking at it through that context at the moment. I'm not. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. Love you.